Hey everyone, Alistair here. And today is the day we start picking away at this Wagoneer because I need to get my Wagoneer back on the road, running and driving, and got a lot of stuff to do on it. A lot of body work, as you know, is going to take some time, but I really need to get the thing running and driving so I can pull it out, in and out of the shop and on a trailer because a lot of the body work, well, at least as far as the rust repair, welding and new patch panels and all that. It's going to be done at another family member shop. He's going to help me with the fab work and whatnot on that. So, with that being said, yeah, we need to get this thing running and driving. Um, a lot of the wiring and like my trans cooler here hanging by zip ties, professional I know, is I put this thing together. It was running and driving, or not running and driving, of course, when I was moving away from Florida. And I was trying to get it to the point where I could drive it in Florida, of course. You know, you saw the engine being rebuilt and everything. But I ran out of time, and I pretty much had to slap it together crudely just to get it to run and drive onto the trailer. So, because I'm a really neat freak when it comes to wiring, as you know, and fab work, and this isn't usually my cup of tea. I don't do stuff like this. But again, I had to crudely just slap it all together. I mean, I didn't have this thing actually fired up and breaking in till the night of before moving out of Florida. So there's a lot of shortcuts that I took. So we're gonna first thing is we're gonna work to clean all that up. So we're gonna be doing wiring and transcooler and all that stuff. But first off, a transcooler. So that's what we're gonna do today. Now this isn't of course the factory transcooler. This didn't have a transcooler from the factory. Most of the factory transcoolers are this little, about probably half the size of this cooler, and it sits right down here with two brackets on the side. Now I'm going to try to retrofit this to fit on those original brackets. I got a couple sets of them from Parts Wagoneers, so we're going to take those out, figure out the best spot to screw those into, and then I got some flat bar that will probably make a nice bracket that goes across the bolt this into, and I got the proper fittings, elbow fittings, to make these braided lines work a lot better than it is. I mean, this is pretty bad. You know, like I said, it's top tier work. No, no, yeah, it's bad. Like I said, I was crudely putting it together enough to get onto the trailer and drive back to Oregon. So, but like I said, now's the time to fix all this stuff. So we're going to start by, well, taking this back out and disconnecting these lines and clipping these zip ties, and I'll dig out the mounts and figure out where we're going to put them. So let's get at it. Alright, so I got the transcooler out. It's on the workbench here. Took the old fittings off that weren't the right fittings, for the angle, the dangle, and all that fun stuff out. And I got the proper fittings right here. Of course, this kit that I ordered did come with fittings, but it didn't have the right fittings. And unfortunately for me, which I know better, but again, I was just too busy with other jobs trying to finish things up before I moved. Um, this kit sat on my bench for like 2 weeks before I actually opened it up, and surprise, surprise, the night that I went to install it, found out I didn't have the right fittings in the kit that I needed. So that's why I had to crudely make stuff up, because I didn't have enough time to order the right fittings, since I was moving the next day. So that's why, hence some of the crude setup that you saw. But I got the right fittings here. Well, I think it's going to be the right. I'm hoping it's going to be clearance, enough clearance to do so. But we got a regular fitting. Oh, let's not go sideways there. Oh, crap. That ain't good. Let's see. Let's try this again. Hopefully I didn't strip that out. No, I don't think I did. We're good. Anyways. So it's going to be something like that. Followed by this guy here. So we got a nice elbow right here. I'll take you over here. Let's do that. So this is going to be the configuration, and the same with the other side with the elbow. That way the line will just come straight out versus coming down, because I don't have enough clearance. And there's not enough, even though they are flexible braided lines, there's not enough flex in it to, with that much clearance, to make that bend proper. So this should take care of that. Of course, I'm going to put some thread sealant on them when I actually go to hunker these down, just for peace of mind. Don't want no transmission leaks. This trans cooler is honestly probably a little too big for the application. The reason why I went with it though is because I mean, my Wagoneer is going to be mainly a daily driver, but I went with this size trans cooler just because it will see times where it's playing in the sand, out here in the dunes, and at the beach. And as we all know, heat kills automatic transmissions, so I'm going to do my best to go a little overkill and not enough. Alright, with that being said, let's get to it. Alright, so I got all the threads cleaned up from the old stuff here. And I'm going to put just a little bit thread sealant on here. Like I said, just a little precaution, that's all. Way too much, probably, but it's all good. Nice and tight. Do the same for this. And then once I get this actually both fittings on both sides, I'll bust out the brackets to the original trans cooler brackets that are found on these. Like I said, I got a couple different sets. Probably going to use, usually there's only one on each side, but I'm probably going to try to use two on each side, and then one or two sections of flat bar that runs across to attach at these points of the trans cooler. But like I said, we'll see. First I wanted to make sure what the clearance was going to be for this guy to kind of figure out where we're going to end up placing this. Alright, let's see. Oh. Perfect. Now rinse and repeat on the other side. Alright, so as you can see, I already got one installed. I drilled some holes and self-tappers for the bracket. These are the factory brackets for the factory trans cooler. I'm going to start with doing the bottom ones. I got these holes lined up here. It looks like it's relatively level. I mean, granted, all this is behind the grill, so I mean, does it have to be precisely level? No, but you might see it through the grill a little bit, and I'm all for trying to get everything as square as possible. But anyway, so I'm gonna drill this one, tap this one, bolt it on, and then I'm gonna measure between the two, and I'm gonna take a piece of flat bar, I'll cut it to length where I can bolt it. I'm probably gonna use these bottom bolts here, and then my theory is I'm gonna put that piece of flat bar across here, and then drill a couple holes in the flat bar, and that's what's gonna bolt to the bottom of the trans cooler, and then I'll repeat the process for the top. So I got a couple more sets of these original ones, and I'm thinking I can probably tap them up here, and it might be cut a bit at an angle, but as long as it fits behind the grill, that's all that matters. And I'm hoping there's going to be enough, there should be enough clearance behind the trans cooler for when I go to put on the AC condenser back on when I get a new one. Actually, I have a new one up there in the box. I need to take that down and actually probably should just put it in. But anyways, I might actually have to flip this around. I wasn't really thinking when I put these fittings on. I was looking at these brackets, the tabs on the cooler. They're pushed far back, and I think I need to flip it so these are on this side of the trans cooler to bring it closer to my brackets. So anyways, enough talking. Let me get drilling. Alright, so now I got that bracket on. Now I'll get around my tape and I'll measure between the two and cut out a piece of flat bar that's going to fit right behind here or in front, whatever works. Again, could I make some different bracketry for it? Probably something better, but you know, I'm just making do with what I have around, which I have quite a few of these trans brackets for the factory trans cooler sitting around, so why not use them, right? Alright, so you can see I actually have it kind of semi-mounted up here now. Got that flat bar bolted in between the two brackets here, factory brackets, and I drilled out some holes for the bottom tabs of the trans cooler to kind of, I got them halfway screwed on. Actually this one I got a little oblong, so it's actually going in crooked, but that's okay. This is all just mock-up. I'll fix that, because I'm probably going to put an actual drill that hole bigger so the bolt goes completely through, and I'll just put a couple nylocks or lock washers and nuts on the back side here. And of course I'm going to paint all the brackets and the flat bar anyways, you know, make sure it's rust proof. But anyways, so far we're looking good. We got plenty of clearance for the lines on the bottom. I got to put that elbow on this side. And of course we got to do the top yet. I got the holes marked out where I need to drill and tap. Or not tap, I'm using soft tappers. But of course, you know, go with something like that, and then I'll have to cut another piece of flat bar out and drill holes in that to secure the top of this to the flat bar and the flat bar to the top brackets. Now I might have to bend these tabs a little bit at an angle so it's flush with the flat bar up top here. And then after I do that, then I'll grab the grill from up above storage, and we'll kind of just set it on and mock it up just to make sure there's going to be no clearance issues between the grill and this. However, we got plenty of room back here. We should have plenty of room back here for the AC condenser, so that's good news. Alright, let me grab the drill and I'll drill those holes out. Alright, so we're making progress. Got the factory brackets in, got the flat bar cut and first holes drilled up so it's flat, you know, it's secure on each end. Now I just need to mark my holes for this guy, and actually you know how I was talking about earlier how I was going to bend the tabs back to meet this? Well, come to find out, this one right here is actually technically the passenger side, and this one's the driver's side. What I did was, playing with them, I just flipped them around, which gave me this nice angle, and pretty much makes it fit right onto there without having to bend this tab too much. So that's cool. Kind of gives it this angle that might work with the grill better too, so we'll see. Gonna get these holes drilled, and then get this mounted back up. And right now, like I said, it's just all kind of hand tight. Nothing seriously bolted down yet, because I want to get the grill down after these are drilled, and this is fastened into this bar. And I want to kind of place the grill on real quick and just make sure it's gonna all clear just fine. But yeah, that should be, I think it's gonna work. I think so. All right, we got this. It's not completely, you know, again, not completely fastened on here, but it is on there good enough for now, just to see if we can put the grill on and everything clears. But so far I'm pretty happy with it, you know. It's got a nice angle to it. So I'm thinking it should fit with the grill just fine. Now, you know, maybe it would be better to have it more up and down for better airflow through it, but I think it's going to be fine. Again, this is really all probably too much trans-cooler for this Jeep. I'm being a little bit more, you know, overzealous, but again, I've gone through a few transmissions playing with Jeeps, and you know, the heat gets them. So I'm just trying to be proactive. That's for sure. I'm hoping it doesn't cause too much blockage in airflow, though, interference with getting airflow through the radiator, of course, and the AC. But we'll see. We'll see how she works. I might end up downsizing, but so far I'm pretty happy with it. Let me go grab the grill. I'll be right back. Alright, got the grill here. Let's see. I think it's going to be just fine. Stay. Don't fall. Oh man, there's plenty of room. Heck yeah. We're good. We are in the clear. I mean, I got like 2 fingers. That looks weird. 2 fingers. Heck yeah. Here, let me get you in. I'll show you. Alright, here we go. We're going in. Look at that. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Let's see if we get a better angle here. So yeah, we're good. We're in the clear. Alright, well, we're winning. Plenty of clearance for the grill. Not going to be an issue. Got plenty of clearance behind it for the AC condenser once I get the new one off the shelf and actually install it and finish the AC system on this. So we're doing good. Plenty of room. Yeah. Now it's just a matter of I'll take everything back off, paint it, get the proper fasteners that I want to anchor it down, and finish with the lines. I got a pretty good configuration on the lines where they're going. I need to get back underneath the Jeep and kind of get some slack and then figure out the route underneath and figure out a place to secure the lines. The lines aren't factory, of course, as you saw. They're braided line that I found off the Amazon, actually. It was kind of, I want to say it was actually a kit for a GM truck, you know, with a Turbo 400. Of course, as you guys know, this is a 727 that's in this Chrysler. But the line still worked. Of course, I had to switch out the adapters going into the transmission, but a lot easier, a lot nicer than the metal ones. Plus, I mean, you can't buy them new, and mine were mangled to begin with. And sure, I could have bought some metal ones and, you know, made my own. But I don't know, something about the braided lines, you know, it's easier to maneuver and whatnot, and they look nice. So, anyways, so that's going to end this video. The next video on this will be, of course, you'll see painted brackets and all the right hardware. We'll put it back together. I'll finish up the lines, and that'll be the end of the transmission cooler and lines, part 2. So, should only be a 2-parter. We're pretty much done, honestly. And I don't need to show you guys me painting brackets and all that stuff. So you saw pretty much the grunt work of, or the, you know, the configuration, figuring out where everything's supposed to go. So the next video probably won't be that long. But anyways, hope you guys liked it. Like, subscribe, comment your hatred or your love. Either one, I'll take it. Constructive criticism is always good. Trolls, fire away. But anyways, for all you guys that subscribed, thank you very much. Stay tuned, a lot more to come. other than the next video on the transcooler lines. The next thing we'll be dealing with the rat's nest wiring. So that'll be next. Honestly, probably be this video of the ending the transcooler and wiring will be the next two videos. So stay tuned. I'm going to Chicago for a week to see our oldest graduate from the Navy boot camp, Great Naval Space. So I'll be gone for a little bit, but stay tuned. Keep a lookout. There'll be more videos to come in probably a couple weeks. All right. Have a good one, guys. Till next time. Take this back with me.